Hey guys, it's your girl Amps, and I'm back for another episode of According to Amps. I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys a little bit about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 6, Episode 2. So, this episode opens up where it left off on the last show with Stevie and Joseline meeting up for the first time since she told him she was pregnant. So they go back and forth about who's the bigger idiot in the situation, and Joseline's just saying that, oh, I don't know why you would deny our baby, I don't know why you would think that I would have somebody else's baby and try to pin it on you, and she was like, it's probably okay because you got enough kids anyway. And then Stevie J is looking at Joseline and was like, oh, she's been taking pictures with a whole bunch of dudes. Side note, you see how dudes are? Dudes can say whatever they want to with any kind of female, and if a woman as much bats an eyelash in another man's direction, it's like, oh my God, these hoes ain't loyal. Oh my God, oh my God. So his reasoning for thinking that the baby wasn't his is because Joseline's been out and about taking pictures with other people and hanging out with other men, so he just, like most men do, assume that you are messing around with everybody that you hang out with. So that's the reason why he wasn't around. But it ended up in a little sweet moment where Stevie J got up and they went back to their old sweet moo pew pew and rubbing on her belly and all kinds of stuff. So then that's the end of that scene. And so he agreed to go ahead and he wanted to take that paternity test. So next scene, we meet Jasmine, Kirk Frost's baby mama. So in this scene, we meet her and she's walking into her building and she lets us know that she was a stripper. Kurt had sex with her. They had a baby while her boo was locked up. So we go into her house and guess who's there? The boo that was locked up helping her take care of the baby. She said she been ignoring him. Why? Why? Doing what? Doing what? So apparently he's been helping with the baby and he knows that Kirk is the father of the baby and that he wanted her to keep it under wraps for a little bit. And so she figured it was not the right moment to tell people at the masquerade party that she had Kirk Frost's baby, especially when it was around a bunch of people that know Kirk Frost and Rasheeda. You think? You think? You think? And so he asked her with his gruff voice, well, what happened? And she said, well, he's denying the baby, trying to act like we ain't had no relationship or no nothing like this. So he told her, look, I'm going to keep 100 with you. You stupid. I don't even know why you would mess with this dude in the first place. So this your fault. Thank you. At least he got a little bit of sense. Just a little bit of sense. And so he said that he hadn't been gone but 8-9 months. And then all of a sudden she popped up with another dude baby. Well, I guess things move quickly for some of these hoes out here. But you love her, and when you got out, y'all decided to go ahead and rekindle those flames. I gotta find out a little bit more about her because it's like you can't be that dumb. Like you can't be that dumb. And I don't understand why these chicks get involved with these dudes that actually believe that they say that they love them. He's been married to Rasheeda for, we found out, 17 years. What makes you think that you're going to be more special than Rasheeda, or that you was even going to get any respect out of the situation? Like, what are you gunning for? What are women gunning for in that situation? Somebody please put it in the comments below because I'm confused. I'm really confused. I'm not saying that if you don't lay down that you don't have to take care of that baby or anything, but you got to use your noggin for more. You got to use your noggin for more than a hat rack. Come on, girl. So then the next scene, we cut to my favorite bad ratchet bitch, Tami. Girl, she popped out her nice Uber X. Or Uber Black, the big one. The big one. She popped out into her fake Love and Hip Hop mansion. And her mama's sitting on the couch. And she was like, wasn't nobody picking up the phone for her while she was in jail. So she come home and she found her mama sitting on the couch eating up the food. She was like, I was trying to call you. And the mama said, you trying to call me? Me? You trying to call me? She was like, yeah, I was trying to call you. And so she says that since she was a little girl, she'd been in and out of group homes that her mom could have prevented, but she didn't. And basically, she'd been raising her own self. And so in walks her personal bondsman. I couldn't get it right. Personal bail bondsman. You know you go to jail too much when you have a personal one that comes to your house and knows your family personally. You need to stay out of trouble. You really need to stay out of trouble. And I still don't know who those kids are. And so they both criminals because Tami goes, I hadn't bailed her out of jail too, so why she can't act like she understand where the world I'm coming from? So push come to shove, and they get into this big old argument. I don't even know what the argument is about. I'm sorry, I don't know how it escalated that quickly, outside of the fact that Tami mad that she didn't answer the phone and then her mama was like, it's kind of like your fault, but you mad because You went to prison or you went to jail, and then I'm supposed to be here to pick up your mess. I don't get it, but it got real heated. You know, her mom, she was calling her mama. Her mama told her that they need to take her back to jail, and then that's when Tami went off. She was like, "You punk ass hoe, fuck you, this, that, this, and the other." And I was like, "What? That's your mom, bruh. That's your mom." But it looked like she just doesn't have that much respect for her mom. But damn, Tami, like, you really don't like your mama. Well, so we cut to the scene with Mama Dee dancing in the street. Looking like Maleficent in that black jumpsuit with the sequins all over it. I was kind of confused. It's like, is she performing at the farmer's market or is this a video shoot? Because Ernest was on the side going, hey, step to the left, step to the right. And so it looked kind of fun. So then they cut off to them skipping on to this nice little eatery that's close by. And we catch up with Mama Dee and Ernest and what they've been doing. So Mama Dee's still harping on Ernest because she feels like he's not man enough and not stepping up to the plate like he should have been. And that he, this season, cares more about his mama than he does Mama Dee. Who knew that his mama was still alive? And we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. And so she told Ernest, you need to stay where you getting the best. And if your mama doing it better than me, we need to have a threesome. Did you just say you want to have a threesome with your husband and his mama? Mama Dee, girl, you are hilarious. You are hilarious. Even Ernest was like, that is about the weirdest thing I've ever heard her say. And you know, Ernest got them nice teeth. So he drops a bomb on Mama Dee and says, well, my mama gonna sell a house and she come on down here to Atlanta. And here go Mama Dee. Lord Jesus, this is a mess. So then we cut to the next scene where we looking at our favorite, baddest pregnant puta. I guess that's, ain't she called the baddest the baddest bitch, puta, so whatever. Anyways, we cut to her and she has this nice Selena brassiere on with her belly full out in the nice little hat, look like she from the Wild Wild West. So she's sitting down with DJ M, aka M. She looked really, really pretty, y'all. She looks, whoever did her makeup, it was very nice and natural. She looked really, really good. So she wanted to catch M up on what's been going on between her and Stevie J. And so she says after Stevie J and her met up, she got a call from Stevie J and was like, hey, you want to come see the house? So she was like, yeah, I'll come on over there. And she ended up staying the night. But she said nothing happened. But what she did do is she happened to steal a pair of this man's straws. So out of her purse, she plucks a nice little Ziploc bag with this man's straws in it. And she says that she and M are going to go get them swabbed for DNA. You got used shorts in your purse in a Ziploc bag. I would have took his toothbrush or a hairbrush. What are you going to swab for in his drawers? Semen? This show gets me every time. So then we cut to our favorite messy bitch with no storyline that keeps on coming season after season. She said she decides to take it upon herself to meet with Jasmine. Now, see, this is what my problem with Carly Red. Girl, why do you think that you need to be the bearer of bad news and try to figure out everybody else's situation and you can't even figure out your own situation? So you decide that you want to meet up with Jasmine, and Jasmine was ready. Jasmine, girl, I'm about to slap you again. Why in the world do you keep on telling people the business that don't belong to them? If you want to keep telling people this story and defending yourself, you might as well go ahead and talk to Rasheeda. You might as well go ahead and talk to Rasheeda. Like, I mean, what is the point of telling Carly Red? We know to keep the mess going. So she has phone. She was like, she got text messages from Kirk. And Carly Red was like, let me see the number because I know Kirk's number. She was like, he uses another one. He uses another one. He has another cell phone number. Yes, he does. He said he loved me. He been paying my bills. He even got me a place. And here's a video of him playing with the baby. I even met Carter. And so here go Carly Red. She is in the mess. She can't wait. She can't wait. She cannot wait. So at the same time that Carly Red is meeting up with Jasmine, young Jock, who is messy bitch number 2, is going to meet with Rod. Now, Rod is telling his side of the story, which he really don't have no side of the story, that the fact that he was in prison, he got out, his boo had a baby with another dude, and now he helped to take care of it, but they all mad at Kirk because Kirk wants to deny the baby. That's what it is. And so he was like, yeah, we used to bring Carter around. We got videos of Carter hanging out with the... Why does everybody have this one video? Like, just this one video. So Jock gets shown the video. So we got the messy couple trying to get the mess for the messiest couple to go back and tell them what the hell is being told. I'm done. I'm so confused. This episode was hella boring. But I digress. We're going to keep on going. So Carly also decides to tell Jasmine that she understands that Rod is a scammer. And that he scammed on Mimi. And Jasmine was like, I don't understand why you're even talking about that, because it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Good one, Jasmine. But why the hell you telling Carly your business? Everything goes in the situation because you telling Carly your business and you telling her what don't belong in the conversation when neither one of y'all belong to be having this conversation with one another. You see how confused I am, y'all? I can never be on reality TV because it don't seem very reality-like. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. Doesn't at all. So then, the next scene, we cut to Mama Dee meeting up with Scrappy. Y'all, Scrappy's head is too daggone big for that hairstyle. It is too big for that hairstyle. The only way that you can tell that that man has cornrows, he has to put his head down like this. But from the front, you wouldn't know. You'd think that he got a fade with a little nappy ball that's a little Cabbage Patch piece in the back that somebody forgot to cut, that he had the nerve to dye colors. So anyways, he meets up with Mama Dee, and Mama Dee is a little bit sad. And she goes, can we talk? And he was like, yeah. So they come together to commiserate about their relationships. So Mama Dee tells Scrappy what's been going on with her and Ernest, and then we find out from Scrappy that him and Bambi's relationship has been on the rocks. They've been fussing about stupid stuff, and he's actually been staying in the hotel, and that he doesn't know if he actually wants to get married. Who was surprised at that? I wasn't at all. So it looks like their relationship is on the rocks. So Mama Dee said, you know what? I am going to put together this thing. We can all come together like one big happy family, and we can just put our stuff to the side. How about that? Woo! Cha. We cut back to Tami. Tami reaches out to Miss Karen King. KK, Hood Mama Galore. That's who it is. We met KK last season. She's the mama of Scrap DeLeon, the one who's in prison, who had the long hair with the split ends, that was dating Tami, but also messing around with Carly on the side. That one. So she decided to reach out to KK because KK has been like a really good friend to her and somewhat like a mother figure, and she can also get really good advice from her. So we find out that neither one of them can go visit Scrap because they both felons. So Tami says that her relationship with him is pretty much non-existent. And so they start talking about her, Tommy's relationship with her mom. So we find out that Tommy's mom struggles with alcohol. And that she was telling Tami she probably needs to be a little bit more patient with her. And that she, kind of needs to not push her buttons and try to force things out of her that lead to an argument as such. But these two, it's like the blind leading the blind, because KK is, I'm not an ageism type of person, but my boo-boo KK, girl, you still dress like you fell out of high school and you need to stop. She had on that nice little mini skirt that she had on, and I was like, girl, this ain't the nanny. Can I get a nice pantsuit from you? Something that's age appropriate. It's all right. Dress like Cynthia Bailey. Dress like her. Ain't y'all from the same place? You need to go on over to the Bailey agency and get some tips. Because, girl, you dress like you fresh out of high school trying to keep up with the youngins. Girl, you better stop. You mess around and break your back. So then we cut back to Stevie J. Stevie J gets home and he's like, whose stuff is this? We find out that his daughter then uprooted herself from her mama's house and inserted herself in her house and signed herself up to finish high school online. And also we had our friend there. And I will tell you that this was the worst acting that I've ever seen. Ever. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this little daughter. Because she was the one on Leave It to Stevie or whatever, right? Because I didn't watch that show. I didn't watch that show at all. So I'm interested to see what's happening with her next. Because Stevie makes it clear that this is a bachelor pad and he want to keep it that way. But we'll see. So then we cut up to the meetup with Ernest, Mama Dee, Ernest Mama, Scrappy is supposed to come, and Bambi's supposed to come. So we get there and we got Ernest and Ernest Mama. Ernest Mama looks like she carries a purse full of Starlight peppermints and she teaches Bible school on Sunday. She looked like she never missed a Bible study. She looked like she never missed one. But she looked nice. But she was hanging with Mama Dee. Mama Dee was like, she don't feel like it's appropriate for Ernest to be catering to her as much as she do. That she be overstepping her boundaries and be talking bad about Dee. And she said, where do I be talking about you? So then Scrappy comes in, minus Bambi. He looks a little upset. Ernest said, well, you look like you got tears in your eyes. Boy, what's wrong? Come tell her what's wrong. And he was like, nothing. Me and Bambi on the outs. It's not working out right now. You know, it's cool. We're fine. And so we cut back to Mama Dee's problems. Mama Dee said I would intervene, but that wouldn't be appropriate. Taking a little shot at Ernest Mama. We gonna call her E-Mama. We gonna call her E-Mama. So Mama Dee, in true fashion, she has a gift that she went to Five and Below to help put together. So everybody around the table starts laughing because they knew it was about to be some bullshit. Mama Dee pulls out a nice little piece of tissue paper. She said, here goes his pacifier, here goes some diapers, and here go a onesie. And you can go ahead and take care of him like you've been doing. And she walks out. She said, have a nice evening. Mama Dee is a trip. And I tell you, she is the comedic relief. I don't take anything that she says serious at all. She is definitely a comedic relief of the entire season, because it's kind of like, it's fun reality. It's not bring a whole bunch of babies into the world to keep on creating a storyline. Her and Ernest still together. They argued about stuff that normal couples argue about, but they seem to really love each other, and it's like, it's safe reality. It's stuff that you don't mind seeing. I wonder when they're gonna give Mama Dee her own show. That's what I wonder when they're gonna give her own show. So then we cut to Carly Red meeting up with Rasheeda. Rasheeda was like, I've been really trying to figure out how we gonna handle this situation, and I've been ignoring Carly's phone calls because I don't got time for this. This don't make no sense. Kirk said he don't know the girl, so that's where it's at. So then she gets there, and Carly Red spills all the tea all over the table. She couldn't wait. Her heart was she had heart palpitations. She had a whole lot of anxiety. She couldn't wait to get She couldn't wait to get the words off her tongue. And friends like that bother me a little bit, because you could have sent this in an email. If you really want to talk to her, you could have sent this in an email. I don't think that friends should be that excited to be the bearer of bad news, or like an Instagram commenter said, a barrel of bad news. It bothers me when friends are just so excited to tell you bad stuff. She even told her that Kirk, moved the girl into their old apartment building, and that the girl was actually living downstairs. You know, that she had a video, and that it actually is Kurt's baby. She seemed super hurt. And she looked like she was crying real tears. And she told her, she said, Carly, I ain't even want to answer you at first because I thought you was going to be on some bullshit. But I don't feel like people would make this stuff up. And so it saddens me, though, to see this type of stuff. And if this is just for a storyline, the fact that Kurt had this baby, brought the lady on the show, because all of these scenes are set up, like where you're coming and you're going, and they see your car coming and you see your car going, and the people, all of that is set up. So there's an ounce of knowledge that each person has about what's about to happen. And I don't know if this was created or if this actually happened, but it's like, pay me for my pain. they've been going through this tumultuous thing within their relationship for seasons now. And it's like, what you holding on for? Rasheeda's 34 years old. She's been married to Kirk for 17 years, which means that she got married to Kirk when she was 17. He's a predator. Gross. Like, gross. He don't look that old, but he older than Rasheeda. And he got several kids. He got several kids. And wasn't one point of their storyline one time before is that they didn't have a whole bunch of money to be taking care of all these extra kids? And here he goes, bringing in more babies. So we cut to the scene where Rasheeda was like, oh, we gonna confront him. So she cooks up a nice dinner because Kirk said that I don't never be cooking no dinner. I ain't never available, no nothing. So she's put together this nice little meal. He come on in, unsuspecting as usual. Hey, you cooked? It's great. Wonderful. So she sits down and she was like, so what's up? Like, what's up? And so she starts spilling out what it is that she knows, and we cut right there, saying, y'all, this episode didn't really have too much. It looks like it was one of those episodes to kind of bring certain lines and stuff together. No fights, no nothing like that. Little funny anecdotes, whatever. But like I said, I'm gonna end this episode again with saying, I hope y'all get a divorce, Rasheeda and Kirk. I'm not hoping that y'all get a divorce. It's just that it's so much that didn't happen on TV. Stuff that you just can't get over. And he lied to your face that he didn't know that girl. And he do know the girl. So I'm waiting to see how the storyline is going to keep unfolding. I'm looking forward to seeing how Joseline is going to get the DNA off them dirty ass shorts. I'm looking forward to seeing Rod and Mimi meet up. See what that storyline is all about. Looking forward to what mess Carly Red got popping off. And of course, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to check out my website at ampsthedeuce.com. That is AMPS the THE Deuce DEUCE.com. And everything else that I do, I will report to you guys either on Instagram or Twitter at According to Amps, or I'll come on here and tell you guys. So see you guys in the next one. Bye.